Thursday today, and we had a huge uptick yesterday. You can see here, and it is still playing around with the Fibonacci extension lines that I drew in quite a while ago. You can kind of see the different levels here. And we are almost up to the 61.8% line, which I would say is definitely a resistance level. It's possible that it will get up to that point. That's definitely a ceiling. It is uptrending, at least on the short term. We've recently made a turn on the SMAs here on the 1 hour chart. However, oftentimes when you have a great big boost like that and a great big movement, it'll either go flat or it will get scared and lose momentum at that point. So even though it's uptrending pretty steadily right through here, I'm kind of expecting a possible downturn. So just want to be cautious. And this is just the overnight trading right through here. It's pretty flat. And you can also see the other little clue that I'm seeing here. This line right here is the beginning of the day, and this is the overnight trading. And usually you see way more candles than that. So it's very, very, very slow this morning, which means there's not a lot of excitement and not a lot of push up anymore. People are just being really cautious and staying out of the market right now. So I would say, though, in the very short term, at least at this point in my slide, I was thinking that it would be going up for a little while. But yeah, I wasn't thinking it would last very long. All right, so I did place a long order here. I waited for a drop. You can see, let me go back to that last slide. Okay, so it moved kind of quickly right through there. That was the last piece. It went up very quickly and then dropped immediately. Another kind of sign that there's not a lot of excitement going up. But I did think it was probably worth my while. The setup looked pretty good for a long, so I did it with a linked exit orders and protection order down here to see if I could make that work. And it didn't. It dropped down and actually hit my stop. So I got stopped out, so I lost like $200 on that first trade. And at that point, you can kind of see it hasn't broken through the if I had drawn a channel through here, it wouldn't have broken through that very, very much yet, but it's playing with it. It's definitely looking like it might drop through that. You can see on the 15-minute chart here, it's down below the SMA. And on the 30-minute chart, we've kind of broken through that SMA support as well. So I'm beginning to wonder if I was wrong about it going up any further than that. I really thought it might get up, to that Fibonacci line. But anyway, so I decided to do a short at this point and put in my exit orders and my protection order here pretty tight. And it started to drop nicely. And I did get out a little sooner, if I remember right, than I had my order in. So I made just a little bit on that. And this looked like another good setup for a recovery. And even though it might go up, that doesn't mean necessarily that it's going to go up very far. So I put in an exit order in at the SMAs there, and that's a good trade. And the setup looks good for a long. And it did indeed go up quite a ways. And I got out and got myself back out of the hole again. I've made $25, but I have made 3 trades now. So usually by this point, I've actually made my quota for the day. So, all right, so I just want to make sure that I'm being cautious. Okay, I was waiting for a good opportunity to get into a short again, because again, I was kind of thinking that it would be nice to do a short, and I think I missed that screenshot. Yeah, I think at this point I had gotten into a short right here. This is the previous slide there. It actually went up, and then when it came back down, I got into a short, and you can see that trade right through here, and then it dropped, and I have an exit order in like right there. I think it's executing as we speak here. All right, so I got that. So I made 162 so far. Okay, and I have an entrance order in here to ride it up one more time. So I've got a long position order that hasn't gotten quite filled yet until now. All right, so now it's filled and I'm in a long. and I put an exit order in. Actually, I started with a reverse order. I put 2 limit orders in here just below the SMA because I thought, well, if it does go up, and it was really fighting that, I really wanted to get into a short, is what I was thinking right off the bat. So I ended up changing that and decided, well, there is still a potential for it to zip up. It really is testing that limit, and there is still that potential for it to go up. So I just wanted to get out at this point. I figured it would go up, but not necessarily drop at this point. So just getting out would be the better way to go. So I waited on that, and it did go up a little bit. The MACD's looking good. I lowered it down when it started to lose some pretty serious momentum, even before it got to the SMAs. So I lowered it down and lowered it down, and I finally got out. And I think I just made just a tiny bit on that one. But now I'm at $212 with 5 trades, and just kind of watching it. All right, so it went up, and then it started to look like it was going to drop again. And my mindset is still that we are looking more downtrending now. We're losing momentum than uptrending. So I did another short, and this is also a really good place to do a short on the short-term chart as well. So I got into a short here, hoping it drops. It's looking good. I put an exit order in kind of at the base right here, which would act as a support level, bouncing level, and that's a really big trade. It's a good trade. And if I remember right, I didn't quite wait for it to get all the way down there. I brought up my order just a little bit, and that was my 6th trade, and I've made 362 now, minus the commissions, so that would be 335.50, and I've traded for just short of an hour. So compared to the last few times I've been trading, and I've been trading later in the day, this has been a little bit longer trading session, but still not bad. So anyway, we shall look to see what happens for the day. I'm anxious to see if it's going to drop or not. So keep an eye on it.